Imagine waking up one day to a headline that shakes the world. Canada joins the European Union. Yes, you heard that right. Canada, our friendly neighbor to the north, ditching its North American roots to team up with France, Germany, and 27 other European Union nations. It sounds wild, right? Like something out of a science fiction movie. But what if this actually happened? Picture this: maple syrup flowing into Paris cafes, hockey rinks popping up in Berlin, and the European Union flag waving over Niagara Falls. It's a crazy thought, but stick with me, because today we're diving deep into how this jaw-dropping move would ripple across the globe, and especially how it'd hit America right where it hurts. Spoiler alert, the stakes are higher than you think. So grab a snack, settle in, and let's explore this wild what-if scenario together. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today we're tackling a geopolitical curveball that's got people buzzing. What happens to the world, and America, if Canada joins the European Union? Let's break it down step by step. Okay, first things first, why on earth would Canada even want to join the European Union? It's not like they're just a hop across the pond. There's a whole Atlantic Ocean between them. Well, here's the scoop. Canada's already got tight ties with European Union rope. They've got the Comprehensive Economic and Trade Agreement, or CETA, which slashes tariffs and boosts trade. In 2023 alone, Canada exported over $50 billion worth of goods to the European Union. Think minerals, machinery, even fish. But lately, tensions with the US, think trade wars and tariff threats, have some Canadians wondering, what if we leaned harder into European Union rope? Now, joining the European Union isn't just about trade. It's about values, democracy, human rights, climate action, stuff Canada and the European Union totally vibe on. Plus, with the US flexing its muscles, Canada might see the European Union as a shiny new shield. Imagine Canada saying, "Hey, European Union rope, let's make this official." It's a long shot, sure. Geography's a big hurdle, but let's roll with it and see what happens next. Alright, let's talk money, because this is where things get wild. If Canada joins the European Union, we're looking at a transatlantic superpower. Combine Canada's $2 trillion economy with the European Union's $18 trillion, and you've got a $20 trillion bloc rivaling the US and China. Canada brings oil, timber, and rare minerals to the table. Stuff European Union rope craves for its green energy push. Picture wind turbines in Denmark powered by Canadian nickel, or electric cars in Italy running on batteries made with Canadian lithium. It's a match made in economic heaven, but here's the hook. Global trade would flip upside down. Canada's already the European Union's 11th biggest trading partner, but full membership? That's next level. Goods would flow tariff-free across the Atlantic, boosting companies on both sides. Say goodbye to pricey imports. European Union European wine in Toronto would be cheaper, and Canadian salmon would flood markets in Madrid. Developing nations might feel the pinch, though. Less demand for their raw materials could hit economies like Brazil or South Africa. It's a classic case of winners and losers, and the world would be watching to see who comes out on top. Now let's zoom in on America, because this is where the drama really heats up. Canada and the US are like besties. 75% of Canada's exports go south, from cars to crude oil. In 2023, that was a whopping $450 billion. They share the world's longest border, and their economies are so tangled, it's like they're holding hands under the table. But if Canada joins the European Union, that hand might slip away. Here's the kicker: the US could face a trade nightmare. Imagine Canada slapping European Union tariffs on American goods. Suddenly, US cars and tech cost more in Toronto than German ones. American farmers might lose out too. Canadian wheat could head to European Union rope instead of Kansas. And energy? Oh boy. Canada's the US's top oil supplier, about 4 million barrels a day. If that flow shifts toward European Union rope, gas prices could spike stateside. Picture long lines at pumps in Texas and politicians scrambling in DC. It's not just economics, it's personal. The US might feel betrayed, like Canada's ditching the North American family for a fancy European Union ropian clique. Okay, let's shift gears to the global stage, because this isn't just about money, it's about power. Canada's in NATO with the US and many European Union countries, so militarily they're already pals. But joining the European Union? That's a bold flex. It could strengthen the West against rivals like China and Russia. Think about it. A Canada-European Union bloc would control vast Arctic resources, oil, gas, shipping routes, right under Russia's nose. Putin wouldn't be thrilled, that's for sure. But here's the twist: it might spark tension within the West. The US could see this as a snub, maybe even pull back from NATO commitments. Imagine headlines screaming, "America alone." Meanwhile, the European Union gains a North American foothold. Canada's landmass doubles the European Union's size. It's like European Union rope planting a flag across the Atlantic. Smaller nations might pick sides, too. Mexico could cozy up to the US to counterbalance, while places like Japan watch nervously. It's a geopolitical chess game, and Canada's the queen making a surprise move. Let's bring it home. How would this affect everyday folks? If Canada joins the European Union, Canadians could live and work anywhere in European Union rope. No visa needed. Picture a software developer from Vancouver moving to Amsterdam, or a teacher from Quebec setting up in Lisbon, all while munching on poutine shipped straight from home. European Union Ropians could flock to Canada too. Imagine French chefs opening bistros in Montreal, or German engineers building bridges in Alberta. But there's a catch. Canada might ditch the dollar for the European Union row. Prices could shift, and some Canadians might grumble about losing control. Plus, European Union rules like strict environmental regulations could reshape industries. Fishermen in Nova Scotia might face quotas, while oil workers in Alberta adapt to greener standards. It's a trade-off. More freedom to roam, but less say at home. Would Canadians embrace it? That's the $1 million or million European Union row question. So, there you have it, a wild ride through a world where Canada joins the European Union. We've got economic booms, American shockwaves, global power shifts, and everyday lives turned upside down. It's a long shot. Canada's not exactly next door to Brussels, but it's a fascinating what-if that shows how connected our world really is. Could it happen? Maybe not tomorrow, but with trade tensions rising, who knows what's down the road. Now, I want to hear from you. What do you think? Should Canada join the European Union? Would America bounce back, or would it spark chaos? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one. If you love this deep dive, smash that like button. It really helps the channel grow. And if you're new here, hit subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss our next big what if adventure. Thanks for watching, you amazing people. See you in the next one.